it's kind of funny for me. I'm sure people are like, people that like don't know me are like, who is this guy? Just like has all these guitars hanging on the wall and stuff.
Ken's on vacation at the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas somewhere.
That's what it looked like.
This one is autographed by Slash. No.
Are you serious?
No. Hey everybody, Ken Hendricks from Homestead Senior Care here. Thanks so much for joining us again today. Today my guests are Edgar and Rachael from the Montecito of Santa Fe. Edgar is the executive director at the Montecito, and Rachael is the director of community relations. We're going to be talking about what they've been doing to keep folks safe and engaged during COVID-19 and social distancing. As well, we'll be chatting about their new memory care community that's slated to open very soon, and some special ways that they've been taking time to show love and support for their staff during these challenging times. So I've been friends with these two for quite a while, and I'm real excited to have them on. Welcome, Edgar and Rachael. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Love to be here.
And I will just say that, like, thanks for coming on ×2, because for the first time ever, it actually happened. First time in doing this, I had Edgar and Rachael on last week, and we had a great conversation, and I forgot to press record. And so we are back, and we're going to be, they've been such good sports about this. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that's okay. We got a dry run. It all worked out.
So,
You're so honest. I can't believe you ratted yourself out.
Well, sometimes I think that breaks ice in a really good way. We're all human, right? And so it's good to be upfront with that. So for those that are less familiar, maybe can you each tell us a little bit about yourselves, the roles that your role at the Montecito, and maybe touch on one healthy thing that you're doing individually to stay sane during these crazy times. Do you want to start, Rachael?
Sure. So I am originally from Illinois. I've been in Santa Fe about 7 years, but senior living is what I've done. Senior living management's what I've done my entire life, or adult life. And the one thing I'm doing to keep myself healthy is I'm trying to get out and take as many walks as I can. Suki, my Chesapeake Bay Retriever, snoring right next to me. I'm not going to move the camera because it'll fall on the floor. But Suki and I get out and run around the property as much as we can.
That's awesome. What about you, Edgar?
So I've been in New Mexico for about 35 to 40 years, in Santa Fe for the last 5. And so I'm the executive director here. I've kind of have my hands in just about every pot. Construction for our new community is keeping me pretty occupied right now, along with these strange times that we're all having to go through. You never know what you're going to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And so in terms of staying healthy, I'm still trying to, probably more so than ever, exercise, get outside, relax a little bit, and just keep my head on straight.
That's great. That's so good. Yeah, I'm trying to do some of those same things myself. It's just everything, it feels so easy with just the unpredictable nature of things day to day. Just still kind of feel really just kind of off my rocker a little bit. And it's easy to fall off the wagon, but we just got to keep getting back up and try to get enough sleep and stay active and stay positive. So thank you guys for sharing that. Those end up being good tips, I think, for people. So I know that concerns around COVID-19 are still very paramount for the community of folks that we work with, and probably will be for some time to come. What are you all doing at the Montecito when it comes to keeping folks safe? Yes, but in addition to safe, to keep them engaged as much as possible, because I know you all are familiar with the fact that in addition to concerns around COVID and spreading the virus, there's the issue of isolation, especially among seniors, those that might have a touch of dementia, things like that, how isolation can exacerbate that. So keeping folks engaged is super important too. So what are you all doing on those fronts? You want to take that one, Edgar?
Sure. So our community is a little complex because we have so many different types of residents on campus. We have an independent living component along with our assisted living. And so the two needs are very different. And so in our independent living community, they themselves have been very engaged with helping us to keep them isolated but safe but still connected. And so they've set up their own Zoom chats amongst themselves so that they can stay connected, so that they can still keep an eye on each other as neighbors. We have quite a few actually artists on campus, and so they've been keeping busy with going around and believe it or not, painting rocks. But they are so talented that these are have become a real treasure as we're taking our outside walks. And so it's bringing people out of their apartments and removing some of those isolation feelings. And they're getting out now that the weather is great. They're enjoying their walks. We have a large 15-acre campus. There's lots of room for people to walk around and exercise safely, basically. And so now people go out and they look for any new rocks that are popping up. And so that's been nice.
I did see some pictures of those, and I'm definitely going to share them in the midst of our conversation because I think they're very, very cool. I've noticed similar things like that that are just, you know, they're really nice. You just reminded me of the fact that they're real nice silver linings. Like sometimes when my family and I are just out on a hike or something like that, it's definitely prompted, you know, by all the social distancing and stuff. You know, you'll just come across something and somebody made a little sign and put it on the hiking trail that says we're in this together, you know.
Right.
it,
Absolutely.
that's very cool. Thank you to the people that are doing those sorts of things, because I think that yeah, we're all kind of starved for connection a little bit, and those things remind us that we are all together in this. And
Absolutely. And it's funny how impacting the smallest things can be, you know. And so when our days are busy and filled with everything that's happening around us and the additional anxiety and stress, it's those little things that really just kind of ground us and make things just that much better.
absolutely. One of the things that I really love about the culture at the Montecito, it's something that's close to our hearts at Home Instead as well, is how you all really recognize the importance of fostering a work environment for your team where people feel appreciated and they really have, you know, they feel equipped and have the tools that they need and the support that they need to care for folks well. You really get that. And you can't say that about every place, that they get the importance of the team and the culture. So what are some of your philosophies behind that? Some of your secrets that you, well, you know that other people are going to listen to this, so don't share all your secrets. I don't know, like it's up to you what you want to share, but just where does that philosophy come from, and what are some of the ways that you go about caring for your team?
Well, we do. We have an amazing team here. And I think one of the most important things is that our management team, especially Edgar, has an open door policy. So anybody on our staff, if they have an issue, a need, a request, they can come to any of the managers, or Edgar especially, to ask for those things. And we're very supportive. And we also like to have fun. We really enjoy our staff. Our meetings, when our staff meetings and manager meetings, we enjoy them. We have fun. Like this morning, we had breakfast on the back patio. We do pizza parties, things like that. It's not all revolved around food, but we do. We appreciate our employees and we hold on to them. We have a wonderful staff.
One of the ways that I came to understand, you know, the culture that you guys have created around showing appreciation for your people and making it a great environment to work in was when I reached out to you, Edgar, a couple years ago about a space for trainings for our employees. We needed a space that had, a bed and restroom facilities to do special types of training for our caregivers. And you were completely on board with the idea. And then when I asked about how we could compensate the Montecito for that, you suggested that we just make a donation to the employee fund that you all keep for, I don't know if that's what it's called, but the fund that you all keep for, doing special events and having funds available for your employees for special things. I thought that was very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely. And your contributions have gone a long way, and that really is a key component of who we are. Us as management staff, we realize that there is absolutely no way that we can get the job done without our employees. And so we really work with them hand in hand, and they work so hard. They deserve all the gratitude and all the praise that we can offer. So anytime we can support them in their personal lives and or in their careers, we're all in. So thank you for your help as well.
You're very welcome. It just occurred to me, we've been doing some really fun, like drive up social distancing type appreciation events for our staff. And I think it'd be great. We should talk about partnering, coming up on something like that for all of our staff members collectively. It would be really cool to put our heads and our resources together for something like that. But you all have a really exciting thing coming up. You have a new dimension of care that you're going to be able to offer at the Montecito with the memory care community that's opening soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I'd like Rachel to go ahead and take that one.
Oh, thanks. Yes, we are getting ready to open our new memory care community. It is a large building. It's going to have 40 studio apartments in it. It's right off the main entrance. You can't miss it. I'm sure you've been watching it go up all year long. And we are going to base the programming off a Montessori-based program created by Dr. Cameron Camp. And we're very excited about that. It's going to be very unique to Santa Fe. The building itself will be split into 2 wings, high acuity, low acuity care. We're extremely excited. We can't wait.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for doing this again. Is there anything maybe that I should have asked you guys that I didn't ask, or any special message you'd like to share to the community or to your folks there at the Montecito?
I just want to say thank you to everybody as a whole, our staff and our residents and families. Everybody has really just kind of pulled together to be understanding in these times. We've had so many changes and things that we've had to put in place, and really everybody's been compassionate and caring and understanding and has put in a lot of work towards making it possible. So we really want to commend everybody and the community as a whole, because there's so many of the other companies around town, community partners that we've all networked together, and we've had to figure this out as a whole. And so we appreciate everybody that has kind of helped us through this whole process so that we can continue to serve our residents.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Rachel. I was going to ask if there's anything you'd like to say.
I agree with Edgar, and we appreciate you guys at Homestead. All the help that you give us with our residents here. We can't do it all. Like Edgar said, we need partners in the community, and everybody really has pulled together.
I'd have to say on what you guys both just drew attention to, I'm really impressed, like in so many ways, with how Santa Fe in particular has managed this thing thus far. I know,
absolutely,
with something like a virus, I think that you could credit diligence and hard work, but then also there's a degree of luck, of course. But I do really feel like the organizations, as you mentioned, that serve this most vulnerable community, I'm just really proud of how everybody's done. And I know there's still a long road ahead, probably, with all of this, but I do feel pretty confident that we're all doing everything that we can to keep our folks safe and to work together to that end. And so thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks
I
for having
will,
us.
I'd love to do this again. I think that there's lots of different, angles we could come at different issues around not just COVID, but other things that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis with our folks, that things like this really get valuable information out into the community, Santa Fe and beyond, for family caregivers and people who are, looking into the potential of making a move to assisted living or independent living. And so you're always welcome to come on again. I'd love to have you.
Oh,
Thank you,
we
Ken.
would enjoy that.
And I promise to press record every time. You guys have a great rest of your day.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye, Ken.
And like last time, if anything gets weird, if you'd like to say something again, or just let me know and we can pause and then restart on that portion. Or if you fall over,
or if my phone floods.
if you just randomly just fall over.
We can stop. Mine's perched very precariously as well.
Cool. Edgar, so
and now
you're
you froze.
muted. I don't know if you noticed that you muted yourself. There you are.
Got it. All right.
It's good that I didn't start, I guess.
So at the end of our clip, you can do like a bloopers.
I was
component?
just gonna say that. I think that's hilarious.
We would be fine with that. There you go.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I
There
might do that. All right, cool.
For over 25 years, Home Instead has helped seniors stay home. Now, staying home isn't just staying in the place they love. It's staying safe. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.